Is this the most hotly anticipated Eurovision song? Iceland, he's thought about things and he's decided it's now 10 years. Daði Freyr is back to claim the crown perhaps he should have won last year. You could never prove me wrong on that one. Come on, a hotly anticipated song. I feel like I'm going to go to Alina first for her reaction.
Yeah, fun. So first of all, this song is getting popular here in Belgium. Hashtag Radio 3 for all of my Belgian fans. I think it's playing once a week or once a few days, so it's growing. Belgium will, of course, vote for it then. But I just feel like it's a lot of recycling that they did for me. Like, I love it, but it's like a lot of recycling.
Okay, so you're saying 10 years of recycling.
Yeah. He thought about it and he thought, let's recycle for 10 years.
Interesting. Let's go. Do you know what? I'm going to go from corner to corner. So I'm going to go to Georgina.
Well, if I'm going to be honest, I was, as everyone probably knows, I absolutely loved his song last year. And I think the whole of TikTok did as well. And I feel like he was massively robbed. But anyway, we won't know. But I was a bit worried with his entry this year, to be honest, because of how popular his song was and how good it was last year. But, you know, I absolutely love this song. And I went to Tesco's earlier and I had it on repeat. It was the only song that I listened to there and back. Like I said, I was really worried and I heard it and I thought for the first time, I thought, oh, is it as good as last year? But actually, I feel like it could, for me, I feel like it could be better. Like I think it's really good. And I think him and Iceland and Cyprus are like top joint at the minute. I just really love it. I really do. And I just really want him to win because I feel like he was massively robbed last year. But that's me. So, yeah, love it.
It's all right, Georgina. We've got yogurt analogies going on in the chat. It was interesting that Stu never mentioned that Greece's song could have been like plain Greek yogurt. Obviously doesn't get. Is it total Greek yogurt? I'm trying to think about that.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, see, there we go. Yogurt analogies abound. Ian, you are someone we know who has some, production expertise. Daði obviously put out a call to fans to sing some bits in there. Can you hear the fans?
They are there, and in fact, Donna, who's usually on the show, her voice is one of them, recorded right here where I'm sitting. Yes, they are there. They're not hugely prominent in there, but it's a nice little bit, and what a lovely way to engage the fans. Given the opportunity to put backing vocals in your song this year in the live show, why not? And it's great, and every fan that puts something in has their voice there, it's a lovely wee touch. This song's great. It's very much his style. If you listen to his other music, not just the Eurovision ones, the covers he's done, this is very much his song. He's also clearly he's such a softie. Last year was basically a love song towards his daughter. This one's for his wife. He's a big softie, isn't he? But it's great. I don't know how. I think obviously he was a top favourite last year. I don't know where this is going to sit, but he does have that advantage. Almost everybody watching will know that name. They'll recognise the style of music, the style of presentation probably, because it's going to have the quirky dance again. That could be a massive advantage because he's already got that knowledge in the viewing audience. So I think it's going to do really well. I hope it does really well.
Well, and you know what? And if it wins, Donna could claim to be an ESC winner.
Indeed.
Hey, see, there we go. Sean, were you tempted to put your voice to this?
Oh, I love it. You just wait until tomorrow because that video is going to drop. And it's going to go viral just like last year. It's already got the fans on side. Is an absolute Looney Tune. He's like 9'6". Is absolutely crazy. He's the nicest guy you could ever wish to meet. He stole my phone and took a selfie with it. Look at that. He is brilliant. He's a genius, and he's come back with a song that's just as endearing as last year's, and I think he's going to rock it. He's going to be top 5, I think, in the final. I think he'll really, really, really well. And yeah, I just, at first, when I first heard it, I thought, when it started off, I thought, oh, crap. It starts off really similar to Salvador Sobral's song, doesn't it? And I thought, oh, what's he gone and done? And then it goes, we'll be together. And then here he goes with his 80s vibe. And yeah, it just kicks in. It's brilliant. He's brilliant. And I can't wait to see the video tomorrow. And you just watch what happens when that drops. It's going to go viral again.
It's interesting that you mentioned the intro. Ness, do you think this would work better if that little classical intro was dropped out a bit and he just went straight into the "we've been together"?
No, I love it. I love the strings. This is like the homemade Greek yogurt in Kefalonia with the bees that had pollinated and then done the heather flavored honey that I remember years ago, and I can still taste it in my mouth. Stylistically, it's brilliant. The sentiment is wonderful. I actually missed out for whatever reason working through COVID when, last year when the other song dropped. So I was kind of a bit behind the curve. It was only when my 13-year-old daughter said, "Oh, I know that song. Oh, that's really cool. Loads of people are TikToking to it." And I was like, oh, okay. So I kind of missed the impact from last year. So for me, I'm not over familiar with Think About Things, but what I love is that this whole concept with the fans, there's just something so very morally decent about this chap, and the band and how he includes everybody. I love the flippy floppy hand dancing. I'm trying to perfect it at the moment. I would love this to win, and I think it would be amazing to go to Iceland, but there are other strong contenders, but in this group for me this stands out, shines beyond anything.
Hey. I have to admit, I mean, he did tons for the fans last year. I remember he did a concert of different Eurovision songs, which was absolutely brilliant. He did so much for the fans. Now, obviously, someone who loves dancing is Elliot. And Elliot, are we going to see you perhaps when this video drops? We're going to see you on TikTok doing a bit of the old dance moves.
God, no, I think I'm the only person on the planet who doesn't have TikTok, and that won't be changing. I agree the beginning is very Salvador Sobral, and I think from a gaining votes for anything, getting the fans to be included, if it is just for 10 seconds, is a masterstroke, because people will now believe they're on a song, even if they aren't all used. You can't really sing with your voice in that. I don't think the song is going to win. It's not as impactful as Think About Things, and people aren't talking about it as much, and Think About Things is still played at my work. It's the only Eurovision song in 6 years I've been there that I've heard in my store, and it's still being played. This is nice. It's like Daði Flair always does a dedication to his family. As we said, last year it was about his daughter. In 2017 we went with Is This Love. That's when he first met his wife, and it was, which I still think is his best song. This, for me, just feels like Francesco Gabbani, where it's going to be quirky, it's going to be fun, but it's not going to be in the top 5 purely because there are other more streamlined songs better. And I do think there are other better songs which juries will go for, like Sweden, like Malta, and like Switzerland. I don't think it's a bad song. He's a great guy. He does all this amazing stuff for the fans. The fans are about 2% of the voting audience and viewing audience, and we need to remember at the end of the night. And some people may not even remember Think About Things from last year, to be honest. So it's a good song. It will make the top 10, but I don't see it making the top 5.
Interesting. An interesting question. I'm going to throw this to you. Was Think About Things already being played in your work this time last year?
Well, this time last year we were in lockdown, so I can't really comment on that.
Well, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. But was it... We'd only just gone into lockdown. Because I'm just thinking about the time that the music takes to filter through.
I don't remember. It was definitely playing by July/August. I definitely remember in the summer just walking along my lobby and just going, hang on, this is Daði Flair playing, what? So by the summer, yeah, it had filtered down. And bear in mind, we had been away for 3 months. But, it didn't take long to really explode on social media. And I think that's the song's biggest downfall. It hasn't had the social media reaction like Think About Things did, and I've shown this to several of my friends from TikTok and loved that song, and they have all said it's good, but it's not as good as last year. I do think they're holding back until we get to Rotterdam, but they need something big, I think, because everyone else has raised their game, and I think they stayed at the same level.
Interesting. I saw Gustav kind of flex his arms, kind of like as if he was just getting ready, just to kind of let rip. And so, over to you, my friend.
I'm almost afraid to say this, but I don't like this song at all. And I didn't like the song last year either.
Can somebody mute stuff, please?
I don't know. It's just something with him that I just can't. And it doesn't help that my dear, lovely husband loves him and play him all the time. So my dislike is getting even bigger because of that. Yeah, I can see that it's a good song, but it's just not for me. And see, this is me putting it nice and simple.
Do you know what? I do appreciate that. At least we haven't gone for the thank you next that we do get sometimes. So
thank you next.
There we go. But as Michelle would say, you're wrong.